What is going on, AZ Sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon or evening at this point here? Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate it. Today is a very special day. We're going to go ahead and have a preview Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans. But with somebody that knows the Tennessee Titans a lot better than maybe me and you, that's just able to kind of look on a depth chart and kind of, speculate. We're going to bring my good friend on here, Titan Upload, that has his own very channel on YouTube. Everything is going to be pinned in the description below. If you want to check him out, definitely do so. But what's up, man? How you doing over there?
Hey, what's up, AZ? Good to be here. Talk Titans Cardinals. Can't wait. Week 1, it's here. It's finally here.
I know. Crazy, man. Wednesday right now. We're sitting about 4 days left, and I'm absolutely super excited that, hey, this is going to be the first matchup, Arizona Cardinals versus Titans. And honestly, I respect the Titans. Like, there's no bad blood between like any of the teams. I feel like we're just trying to make it here. But obviously, you guys have more of a, in the national eyes, playoff ready type team that, I've already heard that a lot of people were disrespecting the Cardinals, but we'll get into that a little earlier, man, a little later on into the show here. But do you want to shout out your channel here before we get started?
Sure. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Titan Upload, and we do pretty much what you do. And, we're former FTFN brothers, and that's where I met you. And it was a great experience to meet guys like you. So just thrilled to be here. And obviously, I'm on Twitter at Titan Upload and Instagram as well. So Cardinals, Titans, it should be a fun one, honestly. So I think it's going to be real close.
Yes, I agree, man. So let's start off with the any news and updates that's happened for this last week in terms of Titan news. Anything out there? I heard that AJ Brown was hurt and held out of practice today. Anything we should be worried about?
Well, there are some injury concerns, but honestly, the biggest issue is going to be the whole sickness list. I won't say the word in case your channel gets banned or whatever, but
Sure.
that is the big issue. We had Nate Davis on there, our right guard. We also had Ben Jones, our starting center. And both those guys luckily came off the list today. So we're excited about that. Tannehill just recently came off the list. So Julio Jones, I think a lot of Titan fans are super pumped about that. But at the same time, Vrabel kind of came out today and said, I'm not going to guarantee how much he's going to play. I think he'll play a little bit, but I don't think you'll see a large portion of him. But I do expect AJ Brown to be out there. He's went after the media a few times with their claims, but we'll see. Not sure what exactly is going on. I think it's somewhat of a knee issue yet again, but right. I think he'll be out there ready to go for you guys.
Yeah, it's super crazy, man, with this whole thing that's going on. And like you said, where the word is very cautious around, when it comes down to YouTubers talking about it, but it's super weird. It's going to be another weird year that's going to happen where it can very well, affect any teams from getting a W, especially with, not being vaccinated and all that different. That's just crazy, man. Crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Let's move on to the biggest topic here that I want to talk about here, and that's going to be your biggest acquisition, at least in my eyes, Julio Jones being added to your roster in terms of your wide receiving core being that much better, especially A.J. Brown, which I already fearful from him. How do you see Julio Jones? Do you think he's going to make a big impact week 1, or do you think it's going to take a while?
I don't think he's going to be a huge impact for week 1. I think right now the biggest issue is getting him in sync with Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's missed, 10 days or whatever. Julio Jones pretty much only been like at 5 practices all, off season. And I mean, if you count off season and the preseason. So those two really haven't had a really good chance to hook up. I suspect that, he'll be out there a little bit, how much that is. I think it's yet to be determined. But I think the bigger acquisition, I know that, Julio Jones and what he can do healthy and all that's great, but fixing this pass rush, you guys had 48 sacks last year. We had 19. Big difference. So Bud Dupree coming off that ACL, We'll see exactly what he can do for us coming up as well. And we're excited about the rookie that we got from Pittsburgh and Weaver. So we'll see what happens there too.
Nice. What's his first name again? That's ringing a bell. Weaver, what's his first name?
One second. I'm having audio issues.
You're good.
Now I'm back.
Okay, perfect. What was his first name? Was Rashad? What was his first name? Weaver?
Yeah, Rashad Weaver.
I thought so. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, man. One thing, I posted a preview video. I mean, that's definitely what we do. Preview video that happens Cardinals versus, Titans. One thing that I've said on there that, I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Well, maybe in the second half. I think it's going to maybe take a little bit before we can kind of get to that level, because we do see kind of that sluggishness, especially with the Cardinals, the first 3 drives, maybe the first quarter, with like, wide receivers not being synced up with Kyler, all that different stuff. It's kind of like the same stuff that we see every year. But I can see this game being a very high scoring game, maybe, in the second half. Do you see this differently for this game specifically, or do you see like a lower scoring game?
I think it's a coin flip as far as who's going to win, but I agree with you. Our secondary is super young. Our defense has improved, I still think, from last year. Our defense was pretty bad last year, but we still did win 11 games.
Yeah.
The offense has a lot to do with that as well, and controlling the clock, controlling the ball, getting first downs. Defense, dead last in third down percentage. That's going to be a huge key. Got to get pass rush, as I mentioned, 19 sacks. So I think this game, I got it 30-27 as of right now. I mean, that's what most people across the board have the Titans a 3-point favorite.
Yeah.
But then we got to remember, playing at home, full stadium, usually the home team gets 3 points. So I think that's basically a pick 'em at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I really fear. I mean, especially, hey, it is at your guys' home. You guys got the advantage that way, but you also got King Henry, man, and that guy makes me super, super worried about what he can do. But I mean, we've added some good pieces here on our end as well with, Zaven Collins in the middle, Isaiah Simmons coming to a second year, Buda Baker, and then our line, I feel like has improved with, adding JJ Watt, Chandler Jones is coming back. His mindset is like, he's all cylinders go. Like he wants to work for his next contract. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. I think on paper, the Cardinals have like a good team. It's just, I don't know. Like I've seen this kind of before where it's kind of like backfires on us, but hopefully I'm thinking positive and hopefully we have a very, very good game. Next question I have for you, my guy, is going to be your first round pick, Caleb Farley. Now, one of the biggest things I wanted was cornerback in the first round. We didn't do that. We got Zaven Collins, which I'm happy with now. But Caleb Farley was a player that I wanted. What is his progression with your guys' team so far? Are we going to see him as a starter, or what does he look like?
The measuring stick for me is like week 8, week 9. He should take the role by then. Now, it was a plus to get him back early. There were a lot of people speculating, and I was one of them. He wouldn't probably dress at all for week 1, maybe not even week 2, week 3. Coming off the back, we're usually a cautious team when it comes to injuries and stuff like that. So, Vrabel's not just going to throw him out there. And I think that's partly because he's the former player and he kind of knows that. But he got to play in a couple preseason games this year. And I know he didn't play a whole lot and he didn't do a whole lot, but yet just having him on the field, I mean, the guy hasn't played in a couple years. Yeah. That's exciting. He'll play a little bit versus you guys. And I don't know exactly what he's going to do. He looks kind of stiff at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm still very hopeful that he will be able to kind of gel up. And by week 8, week 9, I think that's kind of for us the measuring stick. Now, Elijah Molden, on the other hand, 4th round pick from Washington, he's been balling out in Titans camp, and it looks like he'll be our starting slot corner. So that's probably one I'd keep more of an eye on as far as this matchup goes than Caleb Farley.
Nice. Okay. And see, we have a 4th round pick too that we're really excited about here as well. We got Marco Wilson out of Florida, and he is shined, man. I think he's done very, very well. Obviously, I think everybody's heard the big news from the Cardinals this last week or two. Malcolm Butler suddenly retiring out of the blue.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's just super weird, man. There was some like speculations, little talks here and there, rumors saying that he wasn't happy with the coaching staff because they weren't going to make him the number 1. I don't know. There was a lot of back and forth, but we don't have a definitive answer. But he's no longer a part of the Cardinals. So we have Byron Murphy, which mainly played in the slot. We have Robert Alford that hasn't played for 2 years because he's been hurt in a 3-year contract he signed with the Cardinals. And then we have Marco Wilson, which is set to be the number 3. But I don't know, man. This is going to be super, super interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, you could cause a lot of havoc. And like I said, with a pass rush, your ability to stop the run obviously is going to be a key. I think our ability to run the football is going to be a key. But, we flip-flop. I see the same issues on both sides of the field when it comes to the passing department. Like, I don't think you're afraid of our secondary. And we're a little afraid of your wide receivers. You got one who's played for the Houston Texans. We know a lot about him, and he's been a Titan killer over the years. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I said as well in terms of like my preview. It's kind of like, not being very like informed of, and that's why I love doing these collaborations, because you guys can like school any people that really don't know their team. You kind of see from the outside in. But I'm glad that hopefully it doesn't happen this game. But I'm glad you guys fixed your pass rush, and all that different stuff. Because
Right.
I like I said a little earlier, I Titans are one of those teams that I'm like, I root for you guys. I like Derrick Henry. I like what Ryan Tannehill's doing. His career is coming back, especially with the whole Dolphin situation. It's almost kind of similar to like what the Cardinals kind of do. So I see you guys and I see us at the same time. I don't know if you guys see the same way. Maybe not.
No, I see you guys right now kind of experience what our history's been, where we're always often overlooked and nobody talks about us. And, there's always a reason why we can't be good. I did notice on NBC Sunday Night Football came out their rankings. The Titans were like 13th, and I thought that was kind of a shot at us. But then I saw you guys at 25. I'm like, wait, what? So I don't agree with that at all. I see you guys as an up and coming team. I think a lot of it starts with the quarterback play. I do think your coach is under a little bit of fire. He's got to get this thing pulled in the right space. You're counting on a lot of veterans to kind of produce. And we're kind of in that same mold especially with Julio Jones. So I just see a great matchup, and I honestly think it's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think when it comes down to it, we did get a lot of veterans, which kind of scares me just because that's Cardinals in a nutshell. It's like let's make this 2-year window happen, and it can either go very well or very bad, because we got AJ Green, which has been hurt. We got JJ Watt, which has been hurt. So it all kind of relies on, can we stay healthy for this year? But if we can, I think sky's the limit. Hopefully Kyler Murray can take the next leap. How are you guys in terms of like playing against mobile quarterbacks? Let me just add that question for you.
Well, I think the measuring stick's Lamar Jackson, but would you consider Kyler Murray a better thrower than Lamar?
I do, personally, yes.
Okay. So, and I do think you have better wide receivers than the Ravens do.
Yeah.
So that kind of defeats the argument, but usually we match up pretty well against Lamar. I know he had a lot of yards in the playoff loss the first time we beat them in the playoffs a couple of years ago. I had like 500 and something yards, but we still I think we won like 26-12. Last year, we gave up that one big play before halftime, and that kind of set the tone. Otherwise, we were doing pretty well, against the Ravens there. But usually mobile quarterbacks, I mean, last year we couldn't stop anybody. So it didn't matter if you were the Bengals with literally the Bengals had all 5 backup linemen starting the game against us, and we didn't have one freaking sack. So you know what I mean? Our defense really did struggle last year. And I thought Malcolm Butler actually was our MVP, and I thought he played pretty well. So that just shows you, the Titans went in a different direction, save some cap space. But we're excited about Christian Fulton. That's probably a name to keep an eye on in our secondary, as well as we're hoping that, Byard kind of bounces back as a safety there. So, like I said, we'll see what happens, but I think both of us should be hopeful, and hopefully, both of us have a great season.
I completely agree. Last question I have for you, and then last thing I have, playoffs is our goal this year. It has to be. Like you said, Cliff Kingsbury might be under the hot seat. Are you guys obviously a playoff team? That's kind of a stupid question. I know you guys are. Super Bowl is what you guys are going for. Do you think you could make the Super Bowl and get past the Kansas City Chiefs?
Well,
tough one. I know.
I have my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I think the people don't realize this, and then they throw out one game and then it's it. But Titans have actually won the last 5 out of 6 against the Chiefs. We did beat Mahomes at home. It took a last-second field goal block for us to do it, but we did it. We beat them in the playoffs in 2017 or whatever. I know they had Alex Smith. They did get us at their place. They ended up going to the Super Bowl. I do think the Chiefs are really talented, but the team I'm actually not afraid of, but I think they're going to cause more damage. And I might be really weird to say this. Cleveland Browns. I just think the Browns fit that identity. They can run the football. And if Baker can throw the football, they got a decent defense. They gave us fits last year at Nissan Stadium. They actually blew us out for the most part in that game. And I think the Browns are a scary matchup when they're playing well because of the ability to run. Until I see that from Kansas City, yes, they have Mahomes. Right. Cleveland, I thought had a shot to beat them last year. I don't know what you think, but
no, I did too. I saw that game, and that should have been a freaking touchdown.
Yes.
Or PI or whatever. Yeah, 100%. That was actually very frustrating to see. But I agree with you, man. I thought you were going to say Bills. I really thought you were going to say the Bills.
Nah.
I mean,
this is the thing. We trounced the Bills last year. And historically, us and the Bills is always a dogfight. It comes down to the last possession. If you go and look at our history over the last 3 years, especially Josh Allen beat us throwing the ball 87 yards, like in a 13-12 game. The next year we lost 14-7. We had 3 touchdowns called back. Those little things. Last year with the whole sickness thing, like we literally practiced 2 times before we played the Bills on a Tuesday night, and we blew them out of the water. That's probably the best defensive game the Titans played. But again, until the Bills can show me they can run the football consistently, Josh Allen's got to be a superstar. And to give him credit, he was last year. But I'm not completely sold on the Buffalo Bills.
All right, perfect. All right, we'll end it at that note. Appreciate all your time. Thank you so very much for sticking around. Hopefully we come out of this game healthy, and hopefully we have a very fun, entertaining game. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for all you do, and go Cardinals, and just not week 1, man.
Exactly. That's what I figured you're going to say. All right, man. Peace out later.
Take care.
All right, man. That's our guy tighten up a little bit. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to his channel, honestly, he has some great content. Pretty much exactly what I do here. But for the Tennessee Titans, which I definitely recommend, checking them out. Everything's going to be in the description below of this video. But let's continue to talk. Let's continue to talk about Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans, because this is going to be a matchup that is very intriguing to a lot of national people, but not for our favor in terms of the Arizona Cardinal fans, because here is the banner that I want to put up here. National media disrespects the Cardinals. How do you see this matchup play out? Now, obviously, that question right there is for you guys in the chat. How do you see this matchup play out? Now, a couple of things that I've been seeing here in national media, which, sometimes when you wake up, fairly early, you want to turn the TV on and you want to hear what these national talking heads say about your team. They don't really talk about the Arizona Cardinals very much, but it's proof in the pudding that, this is going to be a fairly good matchup and a very underrated matchup against the Cardinals, which is a team that wants to get to the playoffs. 3rd year of the Cliff Kingsbury's offense. And then we have, the Tennessee Titans, which is a very good team. I'm glad they fixed their whole defensive issues. I hope it doesn't work out for week 1, obviously for biased reasons, but their offense is all cylinders go. They got AJ Brown. They got Julio Jones. They got Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill is making his career just that much better coming into the Titans, playing under Vrabel, which, hey, kudos to him. But it's kind of, the story that we've seen here as Arizona Cardinal fans with, Carson Palmer, Kurt Warner, that type of stuff. But man, sky's the limit for that team. But we're going to specifically talk about the Arizona Cardinals because we're a Cardinals. We're a Cardinals channel. So the national media continues to disrespect the Arizona Cardinals. It's a thing that continuously happens. I think they had a panel of about 8 different people, and everybody picked the Tennessee Titans to beat the Arizona Cardinals, whether it's a touchdown, a field goal difference. They had us losing, which I think in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at the easy, the team that most likely, in the eyes of a lot of national people, which they look at a lot of last year stuff. And they're going to say the Titans are going to win because they were a playoff team. They were the better team towards the end of the season, which the Arizona Cardinals were hanging by a thread and really trying to get to the playoffs. But unfortunately, Kyler Murray got hurt. And when we were playing the Rams game, we didn't have enough to take us over and kick, the Bears out of the playoff race. Unfortunately, we ended up shooting ourselves in the foot. We ended up losing back-to-back from, the 49ers, and we ended up losing against the Rams, which was really unfortunate because they had backup quarterbacks. But we're all looking to the future in terms of Cardinal fans. We're looking for the future, and we're looking for some positivity, and we're looking for some, what's the next step for us? And to me, playoffs. Playoffs is the next step. I know I've heard a couple different things from Cliff Kingsbury, very optimistic about the offense. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we're going to look like in week 1, which, boys and girls, 4 days away. We got Thursday. We got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we have week 1, Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans. Let that sink in for a second. Because honestly, like my guy over here, Titan Rossi, any given Sunday. I 100% agree with you, my guy. 110% agree with you, because when it comes down to it, yes, we want to win, but hey, they want to win as well. They got a tough conference over there in the AFC. They constantly always have to be asked about the Chiefs. They always have to be asked about the Bills. And then on our side, we have to be asked about, the Seahawks. We have to be asked about the freaking, what is the other team? The Green Bay Packers. I'm sick of it. Tired of it. Big shout out to my guy here with the super chat here from Free Matter for the Blind coming up clutch. Let me give you the quick damn. I appreciate that. It says, I like that we're playing a tough team early in the season before they get a chance to heat up. Remember yeah, I agree, man. Appreciate that. Remember week 1 last year? Question mark. Yeah. And then the first week matchup last year was against the San Francisco 49ers. And I said the same thing that I'm saying about the Tennessee Titans. This is going to be a tough matchup. Do I want to win? Yes. But what my heart is telling me, yes, we're going to win. But my brain is kind of being like, bro, don't get too excited. But obviously, optimism is in the air. 4 days away from regular season to start. 4 freaking days away from the regular season to start. And I'm absolutely super, super excited about maybe the Cardinals taking the next step. The Cardinals maybe taking the next step. Fingers crossed. All right, big shout out to everybody that's currently in the chat right now. Usually how we do things, if we don't have any super chats, then we will just keep reading comments. But that's the biggest thing here right now. I'm so glad that we got the information, the inside scoop about, all stuff in Titans. And there's a lot of good questions that we could have asked my guy Titan Upload. But I wanted to make sure that I was very, very vigilant on his time. And I wanted to ask him the most important things. And one thing that stuck out to me that he said, for Julio Jones, when I asked him, do you think he's going to be a big impact? He doesn't think Julio Jones is going to be a big impact in week 1. And the reason for that is because, he didn't really have a lot of practices under his belt, which I know there's a lot of teams that struggle right off the bat, especially in the first series or the first few series, maybe even the first quarter, going, into the first week. So that might be something that we can look forward to in terms of Cardinal fans. Now, the way that I would love to see our defense play out their offense, I would love to see Byron Murphy on A.J. Brown. I would love to see Robert Alford on Julio Jones. And any slot, any person, that's going to play the slot, obviously depending on what package we're coming out. If it's the nickel, then I want to use Marco Wilson in the slot. I feel like that would be dynamite. Or if not, then we can maybe consider having, Isaiah Simmons, maybe him taking the next leap. He is going to be, that weak inside linebacker right next to Zaven Collins. So maybe he might get the opportunity to shadow either a tight end or maybe even a player like whoever's going to be lining up in the slot. So there is that. So that's the way that I would run it. Now, I know that, it's easier said than done. We're going to stop Derrick Henry. That's my number one thing. Stop Derrick Henry and we win, right? I think it's foolish to say that is the case. I mean, obviously, we want that to happen. But, man, Derrick Henry is a beast, bro. Let me tell you, Derrick Henry is a beast on his own. And I'm worried about it. I'm worried about what he's going to do to our defense. Now, there's some good things from our defense that we've seen in preseason. Now, I don't want to gloat too much, but preseason is preseason. You know what I mean? Preseason is preseason. But we see some great things from Zaven. I love what I've seen from Zaven. One thing that I want to see from Zaven is his passion. I love the passion that he has in it. I love the intensity that he brings in a NFL game. We've seen it in preseason. Hopefully we can translate that into week 1. But I love what I've seen from Zaven Collins. Is he going to get beat? Is he going to look silly sometimes? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to look silly. It's the proof of the pudding, man. He's a rookie. He's going to struggle. Which sucks because that's probably one of the most important positions along, I guess every position, the defense is very important, but the Mike linebacker is very important because they're usually the ones that kind of coordinate everything. They're in the middle of the defense. They're supposed to be talking to, the secondary, supposed to be talking to the line, and whatever they see is usually how it gets it done. So, what I would like to see from our defense, I would love the defense to hold Derrick Henry to 80 yards and a touchdown. Now, I think on a stat board, that's actually pretty good on its own. Honestly, that's very, very good stats. But I'm trying to avoid the triple digits. I'm trying to avoid the double, the triple, touchdowns from Derrick Henry. So if we can somehow just one touchdown, 80 yards, I would be fine with that. In my mind, that's a win. But Derrick Henry is not all they have. Julio Jones, multi-Pro Bowler, a wide receiver that still has it. Yeah, obviously he's getting up there in age, but he still has it. But AJ Brown, that's the guy that I want to make sure that everybody has their eyes on. AJ Brown. This guy is an up-and-coming star of a wide receiver, in my opinion. I love what I've seen coming out of the draft. First year looked very, very good. And, hey, hopefully he has some success in the NFL. Obviously, not this game, but remains to be seen. I'm excited to see how this is going to be transpired. I'm excited to see how this is going to get transpired. Let's go ahead to read to the comments, and let's see what you guys have to say about it. Titan Rossi, what's up, man? Thank you so much for sticking around. He says Titans 30, Cardinals 27. Now, I wouldn't be mad at that, honestly. Like, one thing that I've actually talked about, and I know a lot of people were like, oh, you're so negative on the Cardinals. All you say is this, all you say is that. If we can somehow stay neck and neck with the Tennessee Titans and we lose by 3 points, obviously I want to win. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'll take the loss. What I'm trying to say is I will take the loss on the chin. I will. If it's 30-27 and the Arizona Cardinals hold their own, yes, I will be upset. Obviously, I'm not going to be happy about it. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday is going to come around, and then I'll be like, hey, if I look at this in the grand scheme of things, this isn't so bad. But Sunday, I'll be pissed. Obviously, I want to win every single game, but I think by Tuesday or Monday, if it's 30-27 and the Cardinals do go out like that, the Cardinals made a very valiant effort to stand toe-to-toe with possibly a Super Bowl contending team, which honestly, in my eyes, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. Free Matter, what's up, dude? Josh Jones, the starter, right? Exactly. How about that? Josh Jones, the starter. I'm absolutely super stoked, man. I know a lot of people were kind of giving me a little bit of flack, saying that Justin Murray was going to go ahead and get that position. But Justin Murray, I think last time I saw the depth chart, he might be behind the right tackle, which is Kelvin Beachum. Obviously, they can move him around wherever they want, but I'm so glad that Josh Jones got the opportunity, man. Third round pick. I honestly still think it's a steal that Josh Jones is going to be the starting right guard for the Arizona Cardinals. Huge win, especially if it all pans out, for the Arizona Cardinals. If you take a look at our, offensive line right now, left tackle, we got DJ Humphries. Left guard, Justin Pugh. Center, Rodney freaking Hudson. So stoked about that. Right guard, Josh Jones. Welcome to the squad, man. And then obviously right tackle is going to be Kelvin Beachum. Love it. Absolutely love it. Hopefully we can just continue. Hopefully we can continue to build off of what we've built off of. And we can see what the next step is going to look like for our Arizona Cardinals. That's really all we can ask for right now. Granted, we have an extra game this year. So instead of the 16, the 16 weeks, we got 17. Instead of the 16 games we're usually slotted for, we got 17 games coming around. So it might give the Arizona Cardinals a little bit more wiggle room. But it'll suck, though. Like, it will suck. Because, in the grand scheme of things, if you really look at the whole entire NFC West, we got the 49ers playing the Detroit Lions. That's an easy dub. We got the Rams playing the Chicago Bears with Andy Dalton. I feel like that's Rams all the way, which sucks. And then we got the Seahawks versus the Colts. That game, along with our game, can go either way, in my personal opinion. So it's kind of important to start off 1-0 for the Arizona Cardinals to maintain your standings within the NFC West. But honestly, because we have that extra game, we have a little bit more leniency. Do I want to win week 1? 110%. But some news that actually came out today. If you guys weren't aware, we did get some news from the Arizona Cardinals. And that is going to be our captains. We have new captains, or at least the captains were appointed today for the Arizona Cardinals. And let's go over it today, or let's go over it right now. Who is the new captains for the Arizona Cardinals for the 2021 season? We're going to start off with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, captain. For our offensive line, we got DJ Humphries as a captain. Oh, well, actually, not for the whole entire offensive line. We got DJ Humphries and Rodney Hudson for our captains. Love it, love it. Then we got DeAndre Hopkins, captain. Buda Baker, captain. Jordan Hicks, captain. JJ Watt, captain. Chandler Jones, captain. And Dennis Gardick, captain. Now, if you take a look at that list right there, I think two of them surprised me. Two of those players surprised me. Everybody else is pretty much a shoe. DJ Humphries, Rodney Hudson, D-Hop, Kyler, Buda, JJ, Chan. Those are all shoo-ins. The two names that surprised me, Jordan Hicks and Dennis Gardick. Those surprised me. But kudos. Freaking kudos, man. Congratulations is all I can really say. Dennis Gardick, man, really showed out, and he's became a family or our fan favorite. Very, very a fan favorite. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do with that C on his chest. Hopefully he could take the next level. And we'll see what happens there. But Jordan Hicks is the biggest surprise that I've gotten. Jordan Hicks is the biggest surprise for the Arizona Cardinals choosing captains. And the biggest reason for that, in my opinion, is because Jordan Hicks was the player that a lot of fans kind of felt bad for. He gave us the restructuring of his contract. He allowed us to get some players with moving some cap space, moving some cap numbers. He definitely helped us out. And when we drafted Zaven Collins, our front office and coaching staff pretty much said that you are not going to fight for that that Mike linebacking spot, which is unfortunate for Jordan Hicks. But we've seen some packages where he can very well be opposite side of Zaven Collins, which would obviously only help out Zaven. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. Although I'm very surprised that Jordan Hicks is a captain. Proud of him, man. Proud of him. Thank you for what you've done, Jordan Hicks, for us in this offseason to gather all these veterans that we did have on our 53-man roster and who we brought to training camp. So I definitely do appreciate it. But Jordan Hicks, big surprise. And Dennis Gardick, surprised but proud. I'm proud of Jordan Hicks too, but surprised. But yeah, those two are my big surprises. All right, let's take it to the comments here. Let's take a look to see what everybody else is saying here on the comments below. All right, 1 second here. Let me take this banner off. Angel's coming into the chat, says hello. What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, let's keep on looking into the comments. Free Matter for the Blind. What's up, dude? It says Hicks has had a great attitude after what happened to him this year, and I have a feeling that we're going to be glad he's still with us. I beautifully said, my guy. I think a lot of fans were pretty kind of sad for it, like what he's actually went through. But if he can get the opportunity, opposite side Zaven, hey man, sky's the freaking limit, man. Sky's the freaking limit, because that would look pretty nice. I would love to see Isaiah Simmons, but it might be kind of one of those things where just depending on what packages that we're seeing on defense, we're either going to see Isaiah or we're going to see Jordan Hicks. But man, that's awesome. Good for him. He's wearing that C. Craig, what's up, man? Thank you so much for being here. Said, just recognized you from the Arizona Sports Fan Board. Great to see you. You're doing a great job. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you. And I think you're talking about the forum, right? Yeah, I was recently added into the into a Arizona sports fan forum. Yeah, appreciate it. If that's what you're talking about, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. We're gonna have a good season. We're gonna have a good season. Arizona sports fan YouTube channel related. Now, are Arizona Cardinals going to be playoff teams? Hopefully. We're all finger crossing, right? We're all crossing our fingers and hoping for that. But we're going to have a very fun time on this YouTube channel. Let me tell you that right now. So if you guys can do me one big favor, if you guys are sitting there right now, subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube if you have not yet already. Smash that like button and put your post notification bell on as well, because come Sundays are going to be very, very busy days. You're going to get a reaction video, as well as you will be getting a live stream overreaction show in what we've seen on Sunday and what the Cardinals did good, what they didn't do good. So we're going to have a very, very good time. So subscribe, put your post notification bell on as well, and smash that like button. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. Israel, what's up, man? He says Simmons is staying on the field no matter what package. All right. And I've heard people say that. My main thing when it comes down to that, because I know that a lot of people were saying that, Simmons is going to play like multiple, positions, whether safety, edge, line, like the middle linebacker, all that different type of stuff. One thing I would hope that we don't see is, I guess it just depends, because like if obviously Marcus Golden needs some rest, if Chandler Jones needs some rest, we got some players to kind of help him through. But I would hate for Isaiah Simmons to play that edge and kind of take snaps away from Marcus Golden and Chandler Jones. But I'm going to leave that up to the coaching staff. They're going to be the ones that game plan everything. That's kind of just what I would love to see. I want to see the junkyard dog in the game at all freaking times. I want to see Chandler Jones in the game at all freaking times. J.J. Watt in the middle. And then hopefully Rashad Lawrence, which I think he has the leg up in terms of nose tackle for our Arizona Cardinals defense. I think he's got the leg up. So I think we might see a lot of Rashad Lawrence. And I think Corey Peters follows after that, and then everybody else after that. But I'm excited. I'm excited about what is going to happen in this game. Super, super stoked about it. Titan Rossi says, thanks for all the info, guys. No, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Salute. All right, man, let's keep on reading into the comments. Craig coming back with another comment says, what are the chances Robert Alford can stay healthy? That's a big question, man. That's a huge question. And it's not only surrounding Robert Alford. It's surrounding a lot of players on our team, whether you think of offensively or defensively. This season can go very, very well. This season can go very, very well if we stay healthy. But if we don't stay healthy, that's kind of when we have a concern. That's where we have a concern there. So, yes, Robert Alford, can he stay healthy? That's a big question, man. Because obviously he signed a 2-year or a 3-year deal originally with the Arizona Cardinals. He was hurt for the first 2 years. Then he got let go. And then he got re-signed with the Arizona Cardinals for a 1-year deal. We got him on a pretty cheap deal, but it all comes down to, can you stay healthy? Because if you can, Byron Murphy, Robert Alford, and Marco Wilson. I know a lot of people are kind of in panic mode because we want more depth. I'm right there with you. I was very concerned. I was very surprised that we didn't actually try to get a cornerback. Whether, Josh Norman, Roby Coleman, he ended up just going. I think he just got traded. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, Bradley Roby. I apologize. Bradley Roby. He ended up just going. He got traded from the Texans to the Saints. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, we probably could have, should have type of thing, got some depth, but we're playing with fire here, boys and girls. We're playing with fire, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Big shout out to Money Bags, free matter for the blind, coming up clutch with another $5 donation, man. Let me give you the quick dad. Appreciate you, man. What can we expect from your channel on game days? No, great question, man. No, great question. What can you expect from the AZ Sports Fan channel this year? Sundays, you're going to be getting a reaction video. So right after the game, an initial reaction. And at 6 p.m. AZ time, you should be getting a live stream. We'll be getting everybody together, whether we need to have a therapy session or we're going to celebrate with each other. We're going to look at the good stuff, the bad stuff, all that different stuff. So that's what you can expect on Sundays. And everything else just kind of really depends on what happens in the season. Tuesdays is a big one as well. We will be having the NFC West roundtable, depending on different channels, and we will also be doing live-in calls as well. So you'll be getting the opportunity to voice your opinion on the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube as well, which is another good thing. That most likely will be on Tuesdays. Don't really know the time quite yet, but we will be opening up the phone lines. So if you want to voice your concerns, if you want to, shout out to the sports gods, and you want a platform to do it, this is where you can do it. So yes, great question, my guy. Appreciate that. Sundays is going to be a busy one, man. Sundays is going to be a busy one. So let's say, for example, the Cardinals play on Thursday. Let's say, for example, the Cardinals play on Monday. You'll be getting a live stream shortly after that game. You most likely will not be getting a reaction video just because it's a late game as is. So you most likely will get a live stream probably 5, maybe 10 minutes after the game. I need to compose myself, obviously, because it just depends on what happens. If we win, I want to start off real quick. If we lose, I got to flip a couple tables and then go live. But yeah, I agree. We got Zach Carpenter saying tighten up. Cool, man. I appreciate that there is some Titans fans on here. If you guys didn't see, we did have Titan Upload on here. He was on here the first 15 minutes. So if you guys want to catch that, you might need to rewatch the stream again. He is going to be on the very first 15 minutes, and then we started talking some Cardinals. Just FYI. There you go. Here we go, man. Titan Upload coming up clutch again. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Good luck on Sunday to you as well. Hopefully we come out with a injury-free type of game. But yes, Titan Upload, man, he's my homie. I have every bit of his information on the description. So if you want to shoot him a follow, awesome guy. He does the same thing that I do, but for the Titans. Rai says the longest week ever. Dude, yeah, 100% agree, man. 100% agree. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments. Lennon, what's up, dude? Says, sorry, I won't be here on Sunday. I'm going to the Arizona Rattlers. No, man, you're good. Do your thing, brother. Go Rattlers. Hopefully they come out with the championship. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. We got John up here on the top, says Hicks is really bad in coverage. Yeah, I mean, last year Hicks was very concerning when it came down to shooting the gaps. He was very concerning in coverage. He definitely seemed like he lost a step. I'm hoping there was a fire lit under him. I'm hoping he is pissed. I'm hoping that he's got a chip on his shoulder, that he's going to want to come out here and prove it. We've seen a couple explosive tackles for loss when it came down to the preseason game. Obviously, I don't hold too much in preseason because I think in the grand scheme of things, preseason is preseason. And yes, I overreact in things all the time, but I think once I kind of get a day or two under my belt, I think I can finally say preseason's preseason. We got Dusty up here saying, I'm going to the game in Nashville on Sunday. Gonna represent. Go Card. Awesome, man. Cool. Perfect. Well, regardless if you're I think you're a Cardinals fan, but yeah, he says go Cards. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, represent. Put the shirt on. Hopefully you represent us proudly, man. Thank you so much for going through. I wish I could do the same thing. I heard good things from Nashville, just the city in general. Awesome history. I want to go one day. Dow, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? It says, let's go Cardinals. Can't wait. What's good with it, Mike? Man, it's good, dude. 4 days, man. That's all I keep telling myself. 4 days. 4 days away. So crazy. So crazy. Titan Rossi's leaving, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your night. If you guys don't know, just a real quick plug. Today is a very special day. Today is the AZ Sports fans' birthday. Yes, today is my birthday, and I am going live. Obviously, nobody does anything on a Wednesday. So what I thought it was cool to do is let me go live on my birthday. So today is my birthday. I have turned a very young 32 years old. I know a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people are like, who is this young whippersnapper? But yes, I'm 32 years old. I am turning 32. So yes, today is my birthday. I always look forward to football season more than anything. Birthday is just another day for me. It's another year under my belt. But I think every time I see my birthday coming along, I think of football season. And I'm very excited. And that this year doesn't change anything any less. So appreciate all the happy birthday wishes. Thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully the Cardinals can come up with the win, right? That's what I say every year. Hopefully they can give me a good early a birthday present, but we'll see. Let's keep on reading into the comments. Rye, what's up, my dude? Says, can't wait. Rock my Murray and Watt jersey. They're chilling in the closet waiting. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. Yes, 32 years old, man. Yes, 32 years old. Yep. Rams guy says, I thought you were 24, my guy. Yeah, man. That's the young patchy beard. That's the young patchy beard for you. But no, man, 32. 32. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. He's 53. Sheesh, man. Don't age me too fast, my guy. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. Titan Upload says, Julio Jones is also 32. Yes, he is also 32. This man's making millions of dollars. I don't know about, comparing him with me, but yeah, that's true. He is 32 years old. Nice plug there, my guy. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. Let's see here. Jordan P, what's up, dude? Says, so Jalen Thompson staying healthy is going to be huge for. Oh, absolutely, man. Great comment. Yes, 110%. If Jalen Thompson can stay freaking healthy this year, opposite side Buda Baker, man, I'm confident. I'm absolutely confident. It's just, can he stay healthy? A part of the players that I'm little kind of concerned, a little worrisome when it comes down to the Arizona Cardinals, obviously AJ Green, JJ Watt, Jalen Thompson, among other players that had some, injury history or that it's later in their career. It's concerning. It's concerning. This game, like I said, this year could either go very, very well for us, or it could turn around. But I'm choosing to be optimistic. I'm choosing to be like, dang, this is week one's week, and we got to celebrate, boys and gals. We got to celebrate. Rams house. I'm just glad we got football tomorrow. I 100% agree with you, my guy. I am so glad we got football tomorrow. We got the Bucks versus the Dallas Cowboys, and with football coming along, I got fantasy football coming along as well. So I'm super stoked about fantasy football coming through as well. So let's keep on reading into the comments. Free Matt says, Mike, it's so weird when sports players look older than 110%, bro. 100%. I constantly anybody, I can see anybody. You know what I mean? And even when I was watching like Full House, like when I was younger and I was watching Full House, and you used to see like when they all turned 30 and they made a big deal, and you're like, dang, I'm gonna look like that when I'm 30. But now that I'm looking at it right now, I'm like, dang, look, like I still look like this. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to me, but. Hey, I got the Benjamin Button thing going on for me, so I guess I'll say that. But yeah, it's crazy. So not even just professional athletes, but just people in general. When I used to watch these old shows when I was younger, just be like, man, that's what I'm gonna look like when I'm 30. Sheesh. But hey, shout out to Full House. That show brought me places. Let's keep on reading through the comments here. Sold my life. What do you think of Zaven Collins? My opinion has changed on Zaven Collins. It has. I was too hard on the young man when it came down to the draft. My mind was so set on we need to get a cornerback, but I loved his passion. I loved his intensity when it came down to preseason. So I hope he can transition that. I think he's going to struggle at times. Yes, I think he will. But I do think that he is going to be good. Maybe give him a year, maybe give him 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. Hopefully 3, hopefully 2, hopefully 4. But Mike linebacker is a tough position. But the coaching staff believe in him. They feel like he is the guy that's going to be able to lead this defense. And all we can do is pretty much wait on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays and see what this young man can do for us. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Jordan P. Chase Edmonds as RB number 1 is a big topic to talk about because he's never done it. Kyler needs help from the running back. It's a good question, man. If I had the option, I love Chase Edmonds. I really do like Chase Edmonds a lot. But I would make James Conner the number 1. I really would. And even if we did a 60-40 split, I would do James Conner 60% and I would do 40% Chase Edmonds. Like, that's how I would play it out. But in the depth chart, it looks different. We obviously have, Chase Edmonds, and then we got, James Conner, and then after that we got, Jonathan Ward, and then we got Eno Benjamin, which, I got to do that all the time. Sorry. But yeah, I personally would have put James Conner in number 1, but his coaching staff feels like Chase Edmonds can be the guy. I think that if we did put Chase Edmonds number 1, I think it's imperative that we need to make him a number 1 every single time we play the Seahawks. He needs to be the number 1. Every time he plays the Seahawks, this man goes off. Something about playing those Seahawks that he does very, very good in. But in my personal opinion, I would love for the Arizona Cardinals to start off with James Conner as the number 1 and the number 2, or we can even call him a 1.5 being Chase Edmonds. That's personally what I would have done. Let's keep on reading into the comments. Let's see here. Lennon, what's up, dude? Says baseball season for the Diamondbacks almost over. Yes, I agree, man. It's such a brutal season for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't even want to talk about them. Pat Bush, what's up, dude? Says, will Kyler Murray play baseball next year? I hope not. Hope not. And that's the thing, man. We're living in a situation right now where we do have a lot of fans that don't believe in Kyler. We have fans that do believe in Kyler. I believe in him. I'm kind of one of those guys where, let's see what we kind of do type of mentality. But I'm definitely not going to change your mind. I think the person that's going to change your mind if you do choose to believe in him later on in the future is going to be Kyler. He needs to show out. A lot of people have high expectations for Kyler. They're saying MVP. Do you think he's going to be MVP? All this different stuff. In my opinion, I don't know if he cares about that. Me personally, I don't care about that type of stuff. I want to see Kyler Murray take the next step. And that to me is taking your team, leading these men, these 53 men or 52 men, and bringing them into the playoffs. That's my next step for Kyler Murray. Now, whether it comes with the little trophy that says you're an MVP type of stuff, I don't care about that stuff. I'm not going to put too much weight in it because at the grand scheme of things, if he's MVP, cool. It's kind of something where, when he won the offensive rookie of the year, cool. Awesome. I mean, that doesn't get us wins. So, I mean, I can really kind of care less. But, I mean, if he cares for it, then that's cool. And that's all his own personal accomplishments. And he probably should care for it a lot more than I should. So, let's keep on reading onto the comments. Dallo, what's up, dude? Says, guys, I'm Kyler's age and have been watching him since high school. One of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. He's the truth. We have to let him grow. Love it, man. I love the respect. I love the optimism that comes in with Kyler Murray. I just want the next step. That's all I want. Bring me the next step, and I have confidence that he can do it. But we got to see how this all turns out. We got to see how this all turns out. Let's keep on reading into the comments. Let's see here. Is it JSJSJ? There's a lot of JS's, but he says, been there, done it, bro. Cardinals are a sinkhole. Wow. I mean, what am I to say? You know what I mean? There's nothing that I can say that might, change your mind. And you have all the right in the world to have your opinion. The only person or the only team that's going to be able to change their mind is the Cardinals organization, and they got to hit playoffs. They got to. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Rai, what's up, dude? He says, this is Cliff's prove it year. If not, bye-bye, Cliff. Hello, Eric Bieniemy. We'll see. I wouldn't be mad at it. But we definitely got to allow Cliff Kingsbury a few games to kind of get himself situated. Obviously, I'm going to get upset if we lose in a terrible fashion. Like, let's say, for example, week 1, we get demolished. If we get demolished week 1, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, yes. I'm going to be absolutely pissed. So I'm not saying that, I don't want Cliff Kingsbury fired. I wish for his success, because with his success comes the Cardinals' success. So I want Cliff to succeed. But I'm going to be pissed. If we lose to the Titans, 3-point difference, a touchdown difference, okay, no worries. If we get blown out from the Titans, you're going to be seeing a different AZ sports fan on Sunday nights. Let me tell you that right now. No more excuses. Let's keep on reading to the comments. ARG, what's up, dude? He says, Cliff ain't the guy. We ain't going. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I can't say anything about it, man. I can't say anything about it. People's got their opinions, and it is what it is. That's why we built out this platform, so everybody can voice their opinions out. And hopefully week 1 proves to me, proves a lot of fans that we can be that playoff type of team, because the next level for Kyler, the next level for, for any other Cardinal fan that wants this is playoffs. Let's keep on reading to the comments. Dylan, don't think Bidwell is the problem. Well, I came out with the master plan. If we can get one guy, we can build out, $2.5 billion. If we can somehow get that amount of money and put it on Michael Bidwell's desk and be like, here, bro, we're buying this Cardinal organization from you, and we're making this team just like the Packers. No owner for the Packers. The city owns you. If we could somehow coordinate one person to get $2.2 billion to save up, drop it on Michael Bidwell's desk, then that might be a possibility. But at this point, there's nothing we can do about Michael Bidwell. This man is his own plane. He's got his own jet. Yeah, we can't do anything about him, unfortunately. Let's keep on reading to the comments. Is it by Ganal? Is that correct? I apologize if I butchered it, my guy. It says, be honest. Who do you think will win, Cardinals or Titans? I'm going to be honest with you. My heart says Cardinals. My brain says Titans. So you take that with whatever you can. If I heard that, I would automatically say that obviously I'm trying to lean into the position of optimism. My heart wants the Cardinals to win. My heart wants them to be 1-0, especially in this very, very tight division. But my brain also kind of tells me, man, be realistic. So I don't know. I'm kind of split. I think my brain might have a little bit more of a smarts than my heart does, but we'll see. Let's keep on reading to the comments. Keenan, what's up, dude? It says, we still have a better defense. It depends on Kyler. I do agree that our defense is very good and much improved. So, like I said, stay healthy. Sky is the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team, no doubt. Stay healthy, and sky is the limit team for this Arizona Cardinal team for sure. All right, brothers and sisters, that is how we are going to end this stream. We got Josh. Josh says, yo, my man, yes, Titan Upload was in here earlier. So if you guys missed it and you guys are here for Titan Upload, he was here for the very first 15 minutes of the show. So if that's what you guys are here for, I definitely highly recommend you rewatch the stream. And he's available in the very first 15 minutes. So check it out. And all that different stuff. Everything else after that, all talking about Cardinals, what expectations we have. But appreciate everybody for being here. Do what Lennon Wolf, the AZ Sports fan, is doing. Put some fist bumps in the chat below. Thank you, everybody, for being here. As always, the Cardinals, in my heart will win, but my brain tells me otherwise. But we will be ending it here. Fist bumps in the chat below. Appreciate everybody for being here. As always, go Cards.